Shana Tova. Welcome, everybody. Make yourselves at home, find a seat, make a friend. Awesome. How good it is to be together on this beautiful Rosh Hashanah morning. So if you have a cell phone, you can turn it off this morning. We won't be using them this morning. Thank you for playing with me last night. Those of you who weren't here, you missed it. But it was very cool. Thank you all so much. We hit our max last night. It was pretty cool. I'm going to publish the results of what we did. So thank you. Just a couple of brief things. Hodaot is that, first of all, just as a reminder, especially for those of our guests who are here, we welcome you. Thank you for being here and joining us. We are using Mishkan HaNefesh. It is the gold prayer books, the gold Machzor that we are using today. Next week will be in the Yom Kippur version, which is silver. There are extra talitot on the racks up here in the back of the sanctuary. If you would like to use a talit, if you'd like to borrow one. If you need to use a restroom, they are outside in the living room to your left or in the back outside the social hall on your right. If there's an emergency of any kind, our staff is all around. By all means, just go ahead and grab one of them. And as always, too, God forbid there is an emergency and you need to call out to me, do so, okay? We're here together as a family, so we're here to take care of each other. As they say about planes, please know where the nearest exit is. It may be behind you. In case pressurization goes down, oxygen masks will come. Sorry, I couldn't help it. It was there. Okay. Also, we have an activity table that is in the back of our sanctuary. We know that some of our kids, they need a little something to do. And so the activity table has activities. And they are meant for kids to either go back and get something or bring it back to their seats, but not by themselves. Parents, please go with them. Please don't go to the activity table, go get something, and we won't find them again, and any children who are left here will be doing windows. So there you go. But really, do please, I ask that you don't leave your children unattended. If they get shpilkes, that's Yiddish for butzi. By all means, go for a little bit of a walk. The service is being piped through the living room. It's back in the library here to your right. It's back in the boardroom. There's some other activities back there as well, so you can be watching with them as well, and then come back whenever you guys are ready. So because we want them here, we want you here. So we want to make sure that we make this place warm and welcoming for everybody, that everybody's included in that. And then finally, with our prayer book, as you've heard me say many a times, get lost in the pages, get lost in the readings. There is no way that we can do all of the prayers and all of the readings in our prayer book. There is way too much in here. So therefore, I really encourage you throughout the service, get lost in it. Find some readings that you haven't explored before. There is something in there for everyone. So we promise to tell you what page we're on so we can bring you back and we can come together again. Read along with me, listen, close your eyes, however you want to participate. Remember, you own your prayer. You own your moments of reflection. It's for you. So take that time for yourself as well. Ma tovu ohalecha Yaakov, mishkenotecha Yisrael. How beautiful are your tents, O Jacob, your dwelling places, O Israel, especially as we see this dwelling place together. As we turn to page 110. We continue on page 123. Precious above all is the soul within me, a spark of childhood innocence, curious, hopeful, loving, and good. Whatever I've done, wherever I've gone wrong, however I've been hurt, I know its light still shines. May I return and reconnect with the part of me that belongs to you, my divine core, eternal, incorporeal. Baruch atah Adonai, asher biyado nefesh kol chai, veruach kol basar ish. We give you praise, Adonai. All life is in your hand and in your care, the soul of every human being. Page 129. Blessed are the works of your hands, O Holy One. Blessed are hands that have touched life. Blessed are hands that have nurtured a child. Blessed are hands that have embraced with love and friendship. Blessed are hands that have planted new seeds. Blessed are hands that have harvested ripe fields. Blessed are hands that have cleaned, washed, mopped, and scrubbed. Blessed are hands that have held pain. Blessed are hands that have become knotty with age. Blessed are hands that are wrinkled and scarred from doing justice. Blessed are hands that hold the promise of the future. Blessed are the works of your hands, O Holy One. Baruch atah Adonai gomer chasidim tovim la'amo Yisrael. Blessed are you, Adonai, whose love for the people Israel is revealed in acts of goodness. Page 135. Page 141, Chatzi Kaddish.
יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה. אמן. ילמד יברח חירותי וימליך מלכותי בחיי חון וביום אחרון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל בגלה בזמן קריב במהירות.
Amen. יהי שמי רבה מבורך
יתברך וישתבח ויפעל ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשה לעילה ולעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה דמירן בעלמא ויאמרו
We rise now, page 142, Baruch Hu. Page 143. Praise the eternal sun and moon. Let all bright stars give praise to God. Praise the eternal vault of heaven. Let the waters above give praise to God. For the infinite called them into being, founded them, and fixed their bounds. Praise the eternal, all earth's creatures. Monsters of the depths, give praise to God. Fire and hail, snow and smoke cloud, storm wind that fulfills God's word. Mountains and hills, fruit trees and cedars, animals and cattle, creeping things and soaring birds, earthly rulers and all nations, princes and judges of every land, young men and maidens, elders and children, let them praise God's name, for God's name is exalted. Page 146. Love abundant, love unstinting, our God, you have enfolded us in love. Tender compassion beyond all bounds, your precious gift. Our fathers and mothers gave you their trust, and you gave them Torah, laws by which to live. For their sake, teach us as well. Grace us with your guidance. Loving Father, merciful Mother of us all, grant us clear understanding that we may listen, learn, and teach. Preserve, practice, and fulfill with love every lesson of your Torah. May learning your Torah light up our eyes. May our hearts embrace your mitzvot. Unite us in love and reverence for you, that we may never feel ashamed of our deeds. We have trusted in your great and holy name. Now let us celebrate at last the joy of your salvation. Bring us in peace from the four corners of the earth. Lead us with upright pride to the land that is ours. For you are a God of miracles and wonders. From all the peoples of the earth, you sought us out and brought us near to your great enduring truth. So with love we acknowledge and proclaim that you are one. Baruch atah Adonai, habocher be'amo Yisrael be'ahava. You have singled out your people Israel with love. We continue chanting words of Ve'ahavta, page 152.
Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך וקשרתם לאות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים אני אדוני אלוהיכם
Adonai Elohechem Emet. As we continue on page 161. The Israelites walked into the Reed Sea 1 foot at a time. What were they thinking about as the waters rose up their legs, chilling their hearts, advancing toward their open mouths? We continue to walk here, now, 1 foot at a time, on our better days forward. Alone, I cannot reach the far shore without drowning. Somehow, I don't go under. The person to my right holds me up. Something I cannot see holds him up. Blessed is the source of help, so often unexpected. I step forward. The sea is vast. Page 164, Mi Chamocha.
שיר החדשה שיבחו גאונים לשמך שפת הים יחד כולם הודו והמליכו ואמרו בעזרת ישראל ופדה חי נאומך יהודה וישראל גואלנו אדוני צבאות שמו קדוש ישראל ברוך אתה אדוני ברוך שמו גאל ישראל.
Our Amidah, it means to stand. And this is going to be a long Amidah of standing. I ask, please, if at some point you feel you need to be seated, please allow yourself to be seated. God hears our prayers in all ways and in all positions. It is meant for us to be present in however it is that we can physically be present. So we turn to our Amidah, page 168.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu Elohei Avraham Elohei Yitzchak v'Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel Elohei Leah Ha'el HaGadol HaGimor VeHaNorah El Elyon Gomel Chasadim Tovim V'Konei HaKol V'Zocher Hasdei Avot v'Imahot U'Mevih Geulah Livnei Bneihem Lema'an Shemo Be'ahava חוזר ומושיע ומגן ברוך אתה אדוני מגן אברהם וזרעת שרה אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני מחיי הכל אתה רב להושיע מוריד הטל אל הרחמים זוכה יצוריו לחיים ורחמים ונאמן אתה להחיות הכל ברוך אתה אדוני מחיי הכל
Page 175. Unetana Tokef. Let us embrace the day in its holiness, for this day is a throne of goodness and power. When the people of Israel do God's will, they strengthen God's power on high. But when the people of Israel fail to do God's will, they weaken, if one might say it, God's great power on high. So let this day recall your power and ours. Let it remind us of our promises kept and broken, as we remind you of yours. Let this day be a throne of forgiveness. For today we are the accountants of our souls, the navigators of our hearts, seeking wholeness and new direction. And we seek you through signs of your presence in the arc of sacred history. I make this covenant not with you alone, but with those who are standing here with us this day and with those who are not. God of ages past and future, God of this day, as you were with our mothers and fathers, be with us as well. As we continue with Unatana Tokef, starting on page 174.
אמת כי אתה הוא דיין ומוכיח ויודע ואין וחותם וחותם וסופר ומונה ותזכור כל הנשכחות ותפתח את ספר הזיכרונות ותפתח את ספר הזיכרונות ומאליו יקרא וחותם יד כל אדם ובשופר גדול ייתקע וכל דממה דקה יישמע ומלאכים יחפצון וכילולתה יוחצון ומלאכים יחפצון וכילולתה יוחצון ויאמרו הנה יום הדין לבכור הצבא מרום מדין כי לא יזכו בעיניך בדין כי לא יזכו בעיניך בדין וכל באי עולם תביא לפניך כבני מרון תביא לפניך כבני המרון. כבקרת רועדו מעביר צונו תחת ותפקוד הנפש, תפקוד הנפש, נפש כל חי. Kiva karat ro ed ro, mavit sono tachat shivto. Kein David v'tispol v'timne, v'tifkod הנפש, תפקוד הנפש, נפש כל חי. בראש השנה ייכתבון, וביום צום כיפור, ביום צום כיפור ייכתבון. בראש השנה ייכתבון, וביום צום כיפור, ביום צום כיפור ייכתבון. בראש השנה ייכתבון, וביום צום כיפור ייחתמון. כמה ירון וכמה ייבראו. ומי לא וקיצור, מי ואש ומי ומים, מי וחרב ומי וחיים, מי ורב ומי בצמא. בראש השנה ייכתבון, ויום צום כיפור, יום צום כיפור ייכתבון. בראש השנה בראש השנה ייכתבון, מי ברש ומי במגפה. בראש השנה ייכתבון, מי בחניקה ומי בסקילה. בראש השנה ייכתבון, וביום צום כיפור ייחתמון. בראש השנה ייכתבון, ישקיט ומי יטורף, מי ישלב ומי יתייסר, מי יעני ומי יאשר, מי יושפל ומי ירום.
Rosh Hashanah, we plunge like swimmers into a sea of words. On Yom Kippur, the sea rises, then crests, and we emerge, sealed by the wax warmed by the fire of braided candle. The new year is like a trailhead opening wide before us, the day of fasting, narrow, breathless, so quick to close. We contemplate a new year, and this we know. Some of us will live, and some of us will die. Some will die young, and some very old. Some by water, and some by fire. Some by sword, and some by beast. Some by hunger, and some by thirst. Some by plague, and some by earthquake. Some by stoning, and some by strangling. Some of us will fill with peace. Some will be restless. Some will have peace of mind. Some will have strife. Some will be tranquil, some will be tormented. Some will be raised high, some will be brought low. Some will have riches, some will be impoverished. Even so, the way we act, the way we speak, the way we meet God's image in ourselves and in others, these things have great power to make our lives matter. Therefore, let us make whole the broken shards, green and thick the withering grass. Let the wind fill us with urgency for life. Let dreams give birth to justice and goodness. God of holiness, God of hope, let us glimpse your truth as we attach our hope to yours. Page 184.
נקדש את שמך בעולם, כשם שמקדישים אותו בשמי מרום, ככתוב היה נביאך, וקרא זה ואמר. אדיר אדירנו, אדוני אדוני אדוננו, מה אדיר שמך בכל הארץ. אחד הוא אלוהינו, הוא אבינו, הוא מלכנו, הוא מושיענו, והוא ישמיענו ברחמיו לעיני כל חי.
Page 186. And so, in your holiness, give all creation the gift of awe. Turn our fear to reverence. Let us be witnesses of wonder, perceiving all nature as a prayer come alive. We bow to the sovereignty of your strength, the primacy of your power. We yearn for a connection with all that lives, doing your will with wholeness of heart. Awe-inspiring is your creation, all-encompassing your transcendent name. As we continue on page 188. And so, in your holiness, give your people the gift of honor. Bless with praise those who praise you. Bless with hope those who seek you. Give your believers a basis for faith, true happiness for the land of Israel, true joy in Jerusalem. May the sparks of David, your servant, soon grow bright enough for us to see a beam of light in the darkness, a promise of perfection. Page 190. And so in your holiness, give the righteous the gift of a vision bright with joy, a world where evil has no voice, and the rule of malevolence fades like wisps of smoke. God people everywhere will celebrate the stunning sight of arrogance gone from the earth. Page 192. You, and you alone, Adonai, will reign over creation upon Mount Zion, home of your presence, and in Jerusalem, a city set apart by you. As the psalmist believed, Adonai will reign eternally, your God Zion for all generations. Hallelujah. You are holy, your name is awe. There is nothing divine beyond you. As the prophet Isaiah taught, the source of all might is exalted through justice, the God of holiness made holy through righteousness. Baruch atah Adonai HaMelech HaKadosh. Blessed are you, Adonai, holy sovereign. Page 194. You choose us with love to be messengers of mitzvot, and through us you made known your aspirations. Among all the many peoples, you gave us a pathway to holiness. Among all the great nations, you uplifted us and made yourself our sovereign. And so we seek you and serve you and celebrate our nearness to your presence. Your great and sacred name has become our calling. In your love, eternal our God, you have given us this day of remembrance, a day for the shofar's joyful sound, a day of sacred assembly, a day to be mindful of our people going out from Egypt. Page 197. Remembered for life. Now we will count to 12, and we will all keep still. For once on the face of the earth, let's not speak in any language. Let's stop for 1 second and not move our arms so much. It would be an exotic moment without rush, without engines. We would all be together in a sudden strangeness. Fishermen in the cold sea would not harm whales, and the man gathering salt would look at his hurt hands. Those who prepare green wars, wars with gas, wars with fire, victories with no survivors, would put on clean clothes and walk about with their brothers in the shade doing nothing. What I want should not be confused with total inactivity. Life is what it is about. I want no truck with death. If we were not so single-minded about keeping our lives moving and for once could do nothing, perhaps a huge silence might interrupt this sadness of never understanding ourselves and of threatening ourselves with death. Perhaps the earth can teach us, as when everything seems dead and later proves to be alive. Now I'll count up to 12, and you keep quiet, and I will go. God who is ours, and God of our fathers and mothers, in your glory, reign over the infinite expanse of space and time. In your grandeur, be exalted. Through your power, show us your reality. Then all who dwell on earth shall understand that you are their maker. Astound us with the beauty of your presence, so that every breath of life shall say, Eternal is the God of Israel, all-embracing, God's rule and sovereignty. We prepare for part of our shofar service. The shofar service is divided into 3 different sections: Malchuyot, Zichronot, and Shofarot. Malchuyot, that divineness, that grandeur. Melech comes, in that word there. God's awesomeness. Zichronot, to remember from where we came, but also as we remember from where we came, we think forward to where we are going. And then shofarot, to hear that call. But we hear it not just with our ears, we hear it deep within our soul. We hear it deep within our hearts. It should be that call that stays with us throughout the entire year. To do just as we heard about in Unatana Tokef, of tefillah, of tzedakah, of being together, of community, of the works that we can do with our hands, our minds, and our hearts, so we can heal the world, so we can heal ourselves, so we can also be sources of healing. So we turn to page 201, and we prepare for this first section of Malchuyot, and I invite forward our Baal Tekiah, Matthew Griffin, to come join me here. I'm honored to have Daniel Bachman, who will join us in the middle, and then Samantha Dressel will join us toward the back there. For you see, it was from mountaintop to mountaintop. I want to take you back. Go back to ancient times, when we stood there in our villages listening for the call. Listening to hear, it is a new year. It is a time for new opportunities. From the top of one mountain in Jerusalem to the next and to the next, the people would hear the call. They would be awakened, and they would join together. May all be moved to serve you, praise your presence, bless your name. Your splendor and your justice, sea and land shall then proclaim. Let us seek your face at sunrise, in the darkness teach your ways. May your power and uniqueness be the essence of our days. When we speak about your glory, when we praise you for your might, those who hear will feel your presence turn from darkness to the light. Let sea coasts burst exultant, hills embrace you with joyful sounds. When all people sing together, the world shall see your sovereign crown. Please rise, page 202.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצא בראשית. מושב יקרו בשמיים ממעל.
Page 205. Dwell on each sound of the shofar. Contemplate its meaning. Tekiah, 1 whole note. Shivarim teruah, 3 broken notes, 9 staccato notes. Tekiah, 1 whole note. My return to the right path has the power to make me whole again. Tekiah, once I was whole. Shivarim teruah, in the wear and tear of living, I became broken and shattered. Tekiah, my tshuva has the power to make me whole again. Page 206, the blessings for shofar.
Baruch אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם אשר קידשנו במצוותיו וציוונו לשמוע כל שופר ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם שהחיינו וקיימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה
Tekiah. Shivarim Teruah. Tekiah. Tekiah. Shivarim. It's not easy. Tekiah. Tekiah. Teruah. Tekiah. Please be seated.
הרשת שפתנו יהיה רב לפניך אל רם ונישא מבינו מאזין מביט ומקשיב לכל תקייתנו ותקבל ברחמים וברצון סדר מלכויותינו.
We continue on page 208. God who is ours and God of our fathers and mothers, lead us to holiness through your mitzvot, and may each of us find a portion of Torah that is ours. You bestow such goodness. Teach us to be satisfied and to know the joy of your salvation. Help us to serve you truly with purity of heart, for you are a faithful God whose truth stands forever. Baruch atah Adonai, melech al kol haaretz, mekadesh Yisrael, v'yom hazikaron. Eternal our God, your people Israel yearns for your favor. Receive their prayer with loving acceptance, and may you always desire your people's worship. Divine One, close to all who call upon you, Bring your grace and presence near to those who serve you. Pour forth your Spirit on us, and may our eyes see your merciful return to Zion. Baruch atah Adonai, hamachazir shechinato letzion. God who is ours, God of all generations, to you we are grateful forever. Rock and protector of our lives, your saving power endures from age to age. We thank you and tell the tale of your praise, your power in our lives, your caring for our souls, the constant miracle of your kindness, morning, noon, and night. We call you goodness, for your compassion never ends. We call you mercy, for your love has no limit. We call you hope, now and for all time. Page 212. And for all these gifts, God of majesty, may your name come to be blessed and praised. Our gratitude a daily offering until the end of time. Inscribe your covenant partners for a life of goodness. And may all life resound with gratitude and faith in praise of your name. God, you free us and strengthen us. Baruch atah Adonai, hato shimcha ocha na'eh lehodot. Page 214. Our God, divine presence whose path our ancestors walked, bless us now with words first bestowed on Israel in the time of Moses and Aaron, the threefold blessing given us through Torah that joins our hopes with theirs.
Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha.
May you know God's blessings of shelter and care. May it be so.
Ya'er Adonai panav v'hilecha v'chuneka.
May you receive the light of God's kindness and grace. May it be so.
Yisa Adonai panav v'hilecha v'yasim lecha shalom.
May you see God's favor and goodness, and may you partake of God's peace. May it be so, as we take moments now for silent meditation.
Sim shalom tova uvracha. Sim shalom tova uvracha.
Sim shalom tova uvracha. Sim shalom tova uvracha.
Chen v'chesed חסד ורחמים. חן וחסד, חן וחסד ורחמים, ורחמים. שים שלום, טובה וברכה. שים שלום, טובה וברכה. עלינו ועל כל ישראל. עלינו ועל כל ישראל. עמך. שים שלום, טובה וברכה. שים שלום, טובה וברכה.
We continue on page 222. Avinu Malkeinu, loving Father, infinite power, gentle, forgiving, lofty, inscrutable. Avinu Malkeinu, compassionate Mother, omnipotent Lord, comforting presence, fathomless mystery. Avinu Malkeinu, our rock and redeemer, life of the universe, close to us always, impossibly far. Avinu Malkeinu, embracing, confounding, accepting our frailty, decreeing our end. Avinu Malkeinu, none of these are true, none of them are you. Yet we stand as those before us have stood, summoned to judgment, longing for love. Avinu Malkeinu, may these words be a bridge. They come from our hearts. May they lead us to you. Please rise.
Avinu Malkeinu, Shema Koleinu. Avinu Malkeinu, Chatanu lefanecha. Avinu Malkeinu, Hamol aleinu, Ve'ol aleinu, V'tapeinu. Avinu Malkeinu, Avinu Malkeinu, Kodeinu, Misefer Chaim Tovim. Avinu Malkeinu, Kadesh Aleinu, Kadesh Aleinu, Shana Tova. Avinu Malkeinu, Shema
continue on page 226. We are the people of the book. Through fire and mud and dust we have borne our scrolls tenderly as a baby swaddled in a blanket, traveling with our words sewn in our clothes and carried on our backs. Let us take up the scroll of Torah and dance with it and touch it and read it out, for the mind touches the word and makes it light. So does light enter us, and we shine.
אין כמוך באלוהים, אדוני, ואין כמעשיך. מלכותך מלכות כל עמים, וממשלתך בכל דור ודור. אדוני ונרוממה שמו יחדיו. אדוני הגדולה והגדולה והתפארת והנצח וההוד, ככל בשמיים ובארץ, ככל בשמיים ובארץ. אדוני הממלכה ידית נעשה
good. All right. That was the weightlifting portion of our service. Before I begin, I would like to just grab my notes here really quick. I'd like to invite out right now to go and to join with Jody and those first through, there we are, those first through fifth graders who signed up ahead of time. All right, if you did not sign up ahead of time, please just know that we staffed according to those who signed up. So the first through fifth graders are going to join Jody. She is at the door at the back of the sanctuary on your left-hand side. So she is going to take them to go do their own experience. I don't know why. They don't want to stay for the sermon. What? It's okay, plenty of years of them staying for the sermon. There we go. So our first through fifth graders, thank you guys. And perfect. And then they will be back. You guys will be back for the shofar service. You will hear the shofar service up close and personal. So parents, just so you know, when they come back, we're going to let them come and sit right here in the middle so that they can see and listen to the last two parts of the shofar service, and for them to all count the Tekiah Gedolah. Because how many of us remember that as kids? Going 1, 2, 3, right? That's what they're going to do. And then we'll send them back to you after that. So bye, guys. Thank you. See you later. Okay. Now that they're out of the room, let's talk about them. That's their greatest fear, I'm sure. All right. So if you haven't figured it out, we are a people who love to ask questions, right? Especially questions about God. About God, the existence of God. We are always asking this. In fact, every year in confirmation, and I see the choir, you like it down there. I love it. So in fact, every year at confirmation, and sometimes with some of our B'nai Mitzvah students, there will be at least one student who will come up to me and they will say, I don't believe in God. So sometimes I wonder when they come to say this to me, if they just want to see what my reaction is going to be. Now, I don't let their statement faze me at all. Instead, I just respond with, okay, tell me about the God you don't believe in. Think about that one. Okay, you're gonna take that home and you're gonna be chewing on that one during lunch. We all have questions about God, about our belief in God, and what it is that we believe and how, as we spoke about last night, to do Jewishly. Throughout our life and our experiences, we all wonder about who God is and what God really contributes to our world. We are no longer a society who just goes on blind faith. We are a more sophisticated people today than we were centuries ago, before we understood how the world worked. We put our faith in God alone to heal us until we learned that healing comes from our own personal work and growth and modern medicine. I would take the bet that no one here would say that if they were to become so sick, be it with cancer or another disease, that we would just say, I'm going to wait for God to heal me. We have to be active in working toward healing our own body and spirit. Yet with all of our modern knowledge, we still wonder about the secrets of God and belief. If we didn't, none of us would be here and a part of a religious community. There is still a sense of wonder and awe and desire to know life's secrets. So this reminds me of a story of a boy who loved to ask questions. From the time that he was very young, he questioned everyone about everything. His questions never stopped. Every answer only gave birth to a new question. He began asking about the small things, and as he grew older, the questions got bigger and greater. So that by the time he was a young man, he sought the biggest answers of all. But there was no one in his small village who could answer those questions. "You must go see the Rebbe," his father told him. "He will help you find your answers." Now, the Rebbe, of course, was a great teacher. He knew the answers to the biggest questions. He even knew the secrets of God. So the boy's mother packed up his bag, and with a hug of love, they sent him on his way. The boy arrived in the Rebbe's town, and he found his way to the Rebbe's house and to his school, and he listened very intently to what the Rebbe had to teach. He was thrilled at the prospect of finally finding answers. At last, he was shown in to the Rebbe, and he says, "Great Rebbe, please teach me about God. I want to learn the secrets of God." So the Rebbe stared at the boy for some time, and then he finally responded to him, "I'll teach you, but tell me, do you have a place to stay?" "A place to stay? I don't need a place to stay. I want to master the secrets of God." Of course, but first go find a place to stay, and then we'll learn the secrets." All right, so fine. The boy goes ahead. He leaves the Rebbe's presence. And this being a small town, there were no beds to be found. There were no extra rooms. There was no place for him to stay. And so he finally realized that if he wanted to stay, he was going to have to build a place for himself. The carpenter of the town was so kind and generous that he agreed to teach him his trade and to lend him some of his tools. And so the boy went to crafting his place. And let me tell you, it wasn't that easy. He would try to build the walls would fall down. He would put them back up again. He would try to put the roof up. Of course, it wouldn't stay up. Finally, after some time, he figured out how to get the walls to stand, the roof to stay up, and he had a place to stay that included windows and a door that actually opened and shut. The boy realized that he'd built himself a home. Now, it wasn't big, it wasn't luxurious, it was cozy, it was perfect, it was his. He never imagined ever that he would be able to build his own place. So he returned to the Rebbe. "Rebbe, I've done it. I found myself a place to stay. In fact, I built myself a home. I would have never believed that I could do such a thing. But I mastered these skills. Now, please teach me the secrets of God." "Of course. But first, tell me, do you have a job?" "A job? I came to learn the secrets. I don't have time for a job." "Go find a job, and then we'll have plenty of time to learn together." Now, the boy left the Rebbe, and the town was really a town of farmers. They farmed all of their land, and they grew fruits and vegetables, you name it, they grew it. So the boy went ahead, and in the back of his house, he went ahead and he planted a small farm for himself where he grew fruits and vegetables. He worked very, very hard, and he learned very quickly how he could produce his own fruits and vegetables, so much so that he took a big basket of fruits and produce to the Rebbe, and he said, "Rebbe, you told me to find a place to stay, so I built a home. You told me to get a job, so I learned how to farm, and look, here are the fruits of my labor. Now, please, share with me the secrets I have waited so long to hear." So tell me, are you married? "Married?" asked the boy. "Why should I be married? I came to learn the great secrets, not to get married." "Of course. But first, go get married, then we'll learn the secrets. Well, there was this young girl that was in the town that he really liked, and he thinks that he liked him too. So he began to spend time with her, and they would take long walks together at sunset. They would have picnics in the meadow. They would talk about their dreams, and they fell in love. In his whole life, he never knew that he could love someone as much as he loved her. So he asked her to marry him, and she asked him to marry her. Their wedding was simple, but it was warmed by their love. She moved into his cozy home and shared the fruits of their labors together. The boy returns to the Rebbe. Rebbe, you told me to find a place to live. I built a home. You told me to get a job. So I farmed and I produced fruit and vegetables. Then you asked me to get married. I found a woman I never knew I could love as much as I love her. We're married. Now, Rebbe, please teach me the secrets. Come on, what do you think he's going to ask? Do you have children? Of course, right? That's what he's going to ask. Somehow the boy expected this, and he wasn't nearly as frustrated. He just smiled. No, not yet, but if you tell me, I'll obey. Go have some children. Then come back and I will teach you. His whole life, he never thought he could love someone as much as he loved his wife. He never thought that he could work so hard as he had worked on with his farm. He never thought he could feel as good as the day that his home was complete. But then their children came, and the boy discovered that he could love even deeper and work even harder and feel more complete than he had ever felt before. He cared for his family. He gave them everything he had and everything he made. Yet he took back more happiness than he had ever known. So he came back to the Rebbe. Great Rebbe, when I came to you years ago, I asked you to teach me the secrets of God. You told me to find a place. You told me to find a job. You told me to get married. You told me to have children. Now, Rebbe, I am ready. I have done everything you've asked. Now, please, teach me the secrets of God. And the Rebbe looked at him and said, not yet. You're not ready. What else do you require? What else? Soon. Soon you'll know. Soon after, a messenger came from the boy's village, an urgent message. His grandfather was ill, and the boy needed to return home as soon as possible. The boy rushed home, and he found his grandfather weary and sick. He sat with his grandfather. They talked, sharing all that life had taught them. And when the grandfather realized that his grandson had grown into a man learned and wise, he smiled weakly, and he fell asleep. And peacefully he died with his grandson beside him. The boy cried with sadness as he had never felt before. He loved his grandfather, and he missed him so much. He didn't know any way to escape his loneliness and his pain. How could he ever feel good again? How could he ever find a way back to life? But as the days went by, sweet memories of his grandfather replaced some of the pain. He found a way back to life, to his happiness, to the Rebbe. Great Rebbe, I loved my grandfather so much. I never thought I could say goodbye. I never thought I could overcome my sadness and my pain. But my grandfather taught me to love life as he did. And so I have found a way to remember him and yet be happy again. I am now ready to share the secrets of God, please. Yes, my son, now you are ready to hear the secrets. The Rebbe got up. He walked to the window. He stared at the sunset outside. You came here years ago looking for a God outside yourself, far away, up in the universe. But the best place to find God is within, in your own ability to grow, to learn, to build, to produce, to love, to share, to care, and to overcome life's pain. You need no more secrets. You have already found the God that you came looking for. You already know the secrets, my son. The boy listened to each and every word. He knew that the Rebbe was right. Had he heard these words years before when he first arrived, he would have slammed his fist down in frustration. But now, having done all the Rebbe asked, built a home, made a living, loved a wife, cared for a family, and having said goodbye to his grandfather, he knew inside the Rebbe was right. All the secrets he needed were his already. The boy remained the Rebbe's students and his disciple, and when the Rebbe was old and in need of rest, he turned to the boy, and he appointed him Rebbe in his place. The new Rebbe humbly assumed his position. Soon his reputation spread far and wide throughout the land, and the new Rebbe was wise beyond compare. He knew all the answers to all the questions. He could answer even the biggest questions of all. He knew the secrets of God. And people came from all over, seeking the Rebbe's wisdom. And when any young person would come and ask the Rebbe, "Teach me, please, the secrets of God," the Rebbe would look deep into their face and ask, "Do you have a place to stay? Go find a place, and then we'll share the secrets." Many people think that religion is about secrets. Secrets to life, to happiness, to success. Wisdom isn't a secret, and it's hard to get. It cannot be purchased or stolen or read in a book. It is acquired by experiencing life and thinking deeply about what life has to teach. Unfortunately, we live in a world of instant gratification. If we can't find it on Google, it must not exist. After all, everything is on the internet, right? Finding God, creating a spiritual connection and understanding religious thought is not a secret. Faith, belief, Judaism takes work by each and every individual. I can't convince you to believe one way or another. I can only present different ways that we can experience and learn about Judaism, God, and ourselves. The work ultimately has to belong to the individual. The staff was once challenged when someone once said to us, "There's nothing here for me." And then we asked, "What are you looking for?" The response was, "Don't put this back on me." As each of us searches for our God connections, we must take our own responsibility for naming or attempting to name what it is that we are looking for. Then can we create a sacred roadmap outlining the journey on which we can go together. The Rebbe did not just come out and give the answer to the young boy. He was directed to complete a number of his own tasks before he created his own understanding of where to find God. Had the Rebbe simply said to the boy, "You will find God within through your own life experiences," the boy would never have truly found God or learned anything. It took patience. It took time and experiences for the boy to find God. The boy's question is the question asked by every person. What is God? Who is God? Even Moses wants to see God's glory, and God's answer to Moses is much like the Rebbe's answer. You can't know God by looking directly into the mystery. You know God by finding the place that God has been. The Rebbe sent the boy to seek the presence of God in his own experiences of transcendence, in becoming more than we are, in building, planting, loving, creating, and renewing. We can feel the presence of God in our lives. As we begin this year of healing ourselves, we know that we will find shlemut, wholeness, through living, learning, loving, and yes, even losing. Each of us experience life's moments with God or without God, and our spiritual self in various ways. We learn from different experiences, and we are challenged by the world around us. There is no one way to do Jewish or to have a relationship with God. We all grow and learn and experience life in ways that are unique to us. And every year we are different because of these experiences. No one is the same person they were the year before. I am not the same person I was last year, nor am I the same person I was 5, 10, or even 20 years ago. With each milestone, with every new experience, with celebrations of life, and facing challenges of illness or loss, it's not just the world that changes. It's you. It's me. And as a result of our varied experiences, we cannot see the world quite the same way. Each of us is like a tree. From year to year, we may look remarkably the same, but the truth is that, like trees, we have added another layer of bark, another circle within. And just as the tree has weathered storms, winds, and debris, so have we. Sometimes we grow stronger. Sometimes we sustain damage. But we are never, ever the same from year to year. None of us is the same as we were last year at this time, and none of us will be the same next year. My hope and my prayer is that this year be one of positive and healing growth for us all. We will no doubt experience happiness and sorrow, highs and lows, joys and disappointments. Like the young man in the story who asked the rabbi to reveal to him the secrets of God, the lessons of life, and their deepest meaning. We will only come to know truth by meaning and living life to the fullest and being open to our spiritual growth, our self-improvement, our shlemut, our wholeness, and our completeness. May this be our will. May this be our work. May this be God's will and work. Ken yehi ratzon. Amen. We prepare for our Torah service and a Torah reading of great challenges of Abraham being called Hineni and him saying, "Here I am," and his being called to do one of the most difficult things possible, to offer his son, Isaac, as an offering to God. How challenging is that? Was that one of the secrets? So we turn to these readings on page 240 You will be hearing the Hebrew chanted, and we invite you to read the English in the book right there. We're not going to be doing both the Hebrew and the English. And it is our honor to call forward for this reading of our Torah, for the blessing before Sam Boone, for reading of Torah, Adam Gonzalez, Hannah Kotkin, Zachary Shanfield, and the Torah blessing after, Stella Goodman. Please come forward. Sam? So, take your seat. Touch it to right there. And kiss. Perfect. All right. There you go.
Baruch Hu Adonai Hamborah.
Baruch Adonai Hamborach Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamborach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech HaOlam. Asher Bachar Banu Mikol Ha'amim. V'natan Lanu et Torato. Baruch Atah Adonai Noten HaTorah.
Amen.
Vayehi ahar hadavarim ha'ele veha Elohim nisa et Abraham vayomer elav Abraham vayomer hineni Vayomer kachna et bincha et yehidecha asher ahavta et Yitzchak velech lecha el eretz Chamoria v'ha'alehu sham le'olah al achad heharim asher omar elecha vayashkem Avraham baboker v'yachavosh et chamoro vayikach et shnei ne'arav ito ve'et Yitzchak beno vayevaka atzei olah vayakom vayelech el hamakom asher amar lo ha'elohim bayom hashlishi vayisa Avraham et einav vayar et hamakom merachok vayomer Avraham el ne'arav shavulachem po im chachamor va'ani v'hanar nelcha ad ko v'nishtachaveh v'nashuva aleichem vayikach Avraham et atzei ha'olah vayasem al Yitzchak beno vayikach be'ado et ha'esh ve'et ha'ma'achelet vayelchu shnehem yachdav vayomer Yitzchak el Avraham aviv vayomer avi Vayomer hineni veni. Vayomer hine ha'esh ve'ha'etzim ve'ayeh haseh le'olah. Vayomer Avraham Elohim Yer Elo Haseh Le'olah Beni Vayelchu Shnehem Yachdav. Did I mark it?
Vayavo'u el hamakom asher amar lo Elohim vayiven sham Avraham et hamizbeach vaya'aroch et ha'etzim vaya'akod et Yitzchak beno vayasem oto al hamizbeach mimal la'etzim vayishlach Avraham et yado vayikach et hama'achelet lishnot et beno vayikra elach malach Adonai mil hashamayim Vayomer Avraham Vayomer Hineni Vayomer Al tishlach yadecha el hana'ar ve'al ta'as lo me'uma ki ata yadati Kirei Elohim ata velo chasachta et bincha et yechidecha mimeni vayisa Avraham et einav vayar vehine ayil vachar ne'echaz basevach ve'karnav vayelech Avraham v'kach et ha'ayil vayalehu e'olam tachat beno vayikach Avraham Shem hamakom hahu Adonai Yireh Shem Asher Amer Hayom Behar Adonai Yireh
Vayikra Malach Adonai El Avraham Shenit Min Hashamayim Vayomer Binishbati Me'um Adonai Ki Yan Asher Asita Et Hadavar Hazeh Velo Hasachta Et bincha et yihidecha ki varech avarechecha v'charba arbe et zaracha kechochevei hashamayim v'chol asher al sefatayam v'yirash zaracha et Sha'ar oivav v'hitbarechu v'zaracha kol goyei haaretz kiva ke'ekev asher shamata bikoli. Vayarashov Avraham el Ne'arav. Vayelku umu. Vayelku ava yachdav el be'er shava. Vayeshev Avraham be'er shava.
Yasher koach. Yay. Thank you, Stella. Come on up. You're going to mark, take your tzitzit, and mark the last word. Touch and kiss. There you go.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torat emet v'chayei olam nata b'tohenu Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Yasher koach. Yasher koach. I think this one was yours. There you go. Mazel tov, guys. We take a moment for Misha Berach, a prayer of healing for all of those who are in need of healing of mind, of body, and of spirit. As we turn to page 244, we think about our family, our friends, those within our community, and those within our world who are in need of healing. Misha Berach avotenu v'imotenu Abraham, Yitzchak, v'Yaakov, Sarah, Rivka, Rachel, v'Leah, Hu yivarech v'yirapeh et hacholim. Take a moment, think about all of those who are in need of healing. Bring them into your heart and your mind. HaKadosh Baruch Hu yimaleh rachamim aleichem. May the one who brought blessings to our fathers Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and to our mothers Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah, bring the blessing of health to all of those who are ill. May the Holy One, blessed source of life and healing, sustain and strengthen them with compassion. Restore them to full health without delay. For all who struggle against illness, let renewal of spirit and renewal of body come soon, and let us say together, Amen. We turn to page 246 with V'zot HaTorah. Please rise.
HaTorah, V'zot HaTorah, V'zot HaTorah, Asher Sam Moshe, V'zot HaTorah, Asher Sam Moshe, Lifnei Yisrael, Lifnei Bnei Yisrael. V'zot HaTorah, 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 V'zot HaTorah. Ya la 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 la, ya la la la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la. V'zot HaTorah, 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 V'zot HaTorah.
We continue with our Haftarah as we turn in our prayer books to page 247 will be the blessing before Haftarah. It's our honor to call forward Jack Malo, and reading Haftarah in Hebrew is Norm Rosen, and the Haftarah blessing after Evan Nowak to please come forward. We will be reading 1 Samuel chapter 1 through chapter 2. You can find the English on page 250.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bahar b'nviim tovim v'ratzav v'nivrehem hane'emarim be'emet. Baruch atah Adonai Havoher v'Torah u'Moshe avdo u'Yisrael amo u'vinvieh ha'emet v'tzedek.
Amen. Vayehi ish echad min haramatayim tzofim mehar Ephraim ushmo Elkanah ben Yeroham ben Elihu ben Tohu ben Suf Ephrati velo shtei nashim Shem achad Chana, v'shem hashenit penina, vayahi lifnina yeladim, ulechana ein yeladim, ve'ala ha'ishahu me'iro me'yamim yamima, lihishtachavot v'lisboach, la'adonai tzvaot b'shilo, B'sham Shnei v'nei Eli Chafni u'Finchas Kohanim la'Adonai Vayehi hayom Vayizbach Elkanah V'Natan Lifnina ishto U'lechol baneha Uvnoteha manot Ulechana yiten mana achad apayim ki erchana ahev va'aronai sagarachma v'chiasata tzarata gam ka'as ba'avur ha're'ima ki sagar Adonai ba'ad rachma v'chein yaseh shana v'shana Midei alota beveit Adonai kein tachisena v'tivke velo tochal vayomer la Elkana isha chana lametiv ki v'lame lo tochli v'lame yera levavech Halo anochi tov lach me'asara banim vatakam chana acharei achla v'shilo ve'acharei shato ve'eli hakohen yoshev al kisei al muzuzot heichal Adonai vayehi marat nafesh V'titpalel al Adonai uvachotivke, v'tidor neder v'tomar, Adonai tzvaot, imra'o tir'eh, va'ani amatecha, u'zachartani v'lo tishkach et amatecha, v'natata la'amadcha zera anashim, unetativ la'Adonai kol yemei chayav, umora lo ya'ale al rosho, v'haya ki hirbeta, להתפלל לפני אדוני, ואלי שומר את פיה, וחנה היא מדברת על ליבה, רק שפתיה נאות, וקולה לא ישמע, ויחשבה אלי לשקורה, ויאמר אליה אלי, עד מתי תשתכרין? חסירי את עינך מעלייך, ותן חנה ותאמר לו, אדוני, אישה קשת רוח אנוכי, ויין ושכר לא שתיתי, ואשפוך את נפשי לפני אדוני.
Baruch atah Adonai melech haolam, tzur kol ha'olamim, tzaddik bechol hadarot, ha'el ha'ne'eman, ha'omer ve'osei, ha'mdaber u'mkayem, shechol devarav, emet v'tzedek, al ha'torah, ve'al ha'avodah, ve'al ha'nevi'im, ve'al yom hazikaron hazeh, שנתת לנו, אדוני אלוהינו, לכבוד ולתפארת הכל אדוני אלוהינו. אנחנו מודים לך ומברכים אותך, יתברך שמך בפתחו חי, תמיד לעולם ועד, ודברך אמת וחמלד. ברוך אתה אדוני, מלך על כל הארץ, מקדש ישראל ביום הזיכרון.
Norm, get back here. Yasher koach, guys. I am always amazed and blessed and just so honored to share the Bima, especially with our youth, to be able to see the works not only of their hands, but their hearts and their souls, and to hear their voices and how they take it forward after B'nai Mitzvah. It is our honor now to invite forward the president of our congregation, Jack Holmes.
See, I play with the microphones like I do every year. Shana Tova. Certainly. Thank you to the choir and Paul Zoll for the beautiful music and voice you are giving to our prayers. The past year has been a tumultuous year for the Jewish people. We celebrate our 75th anniversary. We are engaging in a temple-wide social justice listening campaign, and our community repaired our cherished Czech Torah scroll. We have actively worked towards renewing and replenishing the heart of our temple, our relationship with one another. However, the tone and tenor of the world around us has become markedly disconcerting. Events like the BDS movement, Charlottesville, and our current political climate harken back to the days leading up to the last worldwide conflict. As most of you are undoubtedly aware, there has been a change in our social and political climate. The forces of prejudice, intolerance, and anti-Semitism seem to have been freed from their shackles, free to espouse hatred with impunity, free to inject themselves back into society and national discourse. I will briefly share 3 stories with you to underscore my point. Let's examine some of the people running for political office this year. First, in California, a man named Patrick Little ran in this year's primary for Dianne Feinstein's Senate seat. Mr. Little is an avowed neo-Nazi. I saw him interviewed on television, and he stated he wants to make America free from Jews. He blames all social ills on the Jewish people. Does that sound familiar? The camera moved back to take a background shot, and you could see Mr. Little was standing on an Israeli flag, which he spat upon. Second is a congressional candidate in Illinois, a Holocaust denier named Arthur Jones, who has secured the nomination of a major political party because he ran unopposed. I saw him interviewed on television as well. Mr. Jones was interviewed by an African-American woman. Mr. Jones claimed that he had scientific proof that black people have lower IQs, and that is why they are an inferior race. The interviewer informed Mr. Jones that she was a Yale graduate. Mr. Jones had the audacity to tell her that she must have, quote, some white in her, end quote. Without missing a beat, she informed him that she had, quote, some Jewish in her, end quote. Mr. Jones was flabbergasted and didn't really know how to respond. Mr. Jones actually has a chance of being elected to the U.S. House of Representatives. Third, the mayor of Tallahassee, Andrew Gillum, an African-American man who won the gubernatorial primary for the Democratic Party in Florida. His opponent issued a statement during an interview telling his voters, quote, not to monkey it up, end quote. While this person denied his statement was based on racial animus, nobody else saw it that way. In fact, less than 24 hours later, a series of robocalls began pouring out to Florida voters. The robocalls are too offensive to repeat here, but suffice it to say, the message was complete with jungle sounds and per se offensive racist remarks. But the story does not end there. After digging a bit, I learned that the people that sent out the robocalls came from a group in Idaho, not exactly a local Florida concern. Additionally, this same group supported Mr. Little's California campaign. To me, this indicates that these groups are working in concert with one another and on a national scale. If this was not on your radar before, it should be now. The people who want to eradicate us are organizing, coming out of the shadows, and are on the move. For us to demand respect, fairness, and equality, we must give respect, fairness, and equality. And what I mean is, sometimes we live in a divided glass house. Please excuse the mixed metaphor. Just look at how we discriminate amongst ourselves. Women should be able to pray with men. Jews of all types should be able to read Torah at the wall. And how each of us prays to and interacts with God is between us and God. My personal belief is that God is not concerned with the mechanics of prayer as much as with the quality of our deeds and actions. Unfortunately, some in Jewish leadership also say racist things. For example, Rabbi Yitzhak Yosef, the Sephardic chief rabbi of Israel, called black people cushy, a pejorative term which means monkey. He said this during a sermon. He also said non-Jews are in Israel only to serve Jews. These comments are indefensible, antagonistic, and are antithetical to not only the teachings of Torah, but the goal of eradicating intolerance and creating a peaceful world. The logical question then becomes, what do we do about it? There's plenty we can do. Your most powerful weapon is knowledge. If you are hearing about these things for the first time today, it is time to educate yourself. Learn what is going on in your community, state, and nation. Next, get involved. You can't fix anything if you do and say nothing. Our commitment to truth and the mutual betterment of our society must be our primary focus. It does not matter if you are red or blue, left or right, up or down, short or tall. We are in this together. Differences of opinion are important. We must be open-minded enough to explore all possibilities. However, the distinction I will draw is our methodology. Divisive rhetoric seems to be the rule of the day. This simply will not work. When people become defensive, they do not hear, they do not learn, and they react from a place of emotion rather than fact and logic. We must avoid divisiveness. We must strive to talk with one another, not scream and yell, oppress, bully, avoid, belittle, or minimize others simply to get our own way. If we don't make the journey together, we will never reach our destination. You must vote. Even if you think your vote will not affect the outcome, the number of votes does get counted and becomes part of the political calculation. What if nobody got involved and Mr. Little had won the primary here in California? Finally, we must solidify our relationships in our families, with our friends, and within our temple. We cannot harbor anger or hostility because of perceived slights, a misspoken word, or wrongs of yesteryear. Until we let the past become history, the present cannot become our future. Our future is bright if we act and do not sit idly by. Here at home, the state of our temple is good, emerging into excellent. Our membership numbers have not only stabilized but have grown. We are getting our finances under control. At the congregational meeting last year, we presented a budget with a $33,000 deficit. During the course of the year, that deficit projection climbed to over $90,000. By the time the fiscal year closed, we finished in the black, and we were able to put money into our capital reserve account and into an account for our URJ dues. This is an amazing result. Please keep in mind that we just concluded the first year of a major temple reorganization. Institutional reorganizations typically take between 2 and 4 years. We are operating under new bylaws. We restructured our board of directors. We restructured our staff, eliminating one full-time position and redefining the other job descriptions. We now have an amazing new executive director, Ruth Irving. I want to highlight the fact that we bridged our deficit gap without having an annual gala during the fiscal year. We were able to accomplish this through the hard work of our dedicated staff, volunteers, and our board of directors. To our volunteers, none of this is possible without you. Whether you spent an hour stuffing envelopes, acted as a greeter, helped at an event, are a committee member or chair a committee, you played a vital role in our success. Your dedication to our congregation makes it the fun and exciting place it is. Thank you. To our sisterhood and brotherhood, your love and dedication to our temple shines through year after year. You consistently provide stimulating and fun programs and events and educational activities. I especially enjoyed the Brotherhood Speaker Series this past year and the Maxine Horowitz dueling piano event the Sisterhood put on in July. That was a lot of fun. You got to do it again. Just to name a few. You are always there for us, and I want you to know it's appreciated. Thank you. To our staff, you have been able to do more with less, dedicating yourselves to our congregation and playing an invaluable role in moving our temple forward to a better place. Thank you for your commitment and earnest hard work. To our board of directors, thank you for all of the hard work this past year. With a smaller board and enlarged job descriptions, much was asked of them, and they responded in a positive and generous way with their time, knowledge, teamwork, and love of temple. Thank you to our present board of directors, Brenda Beck, Lou Siegler, Melanie Pollock, Gary Holloway, Andrea Wasserman, Bonnie Wenneberg, Harvey Grossberg, Matthew Griffin, Michelle Sugarman, and Mitchell Cohen. It is a pleasure being your teammate. My new operations and business partner, our executive director, Ruth Irving, is an amazing lady who in short order became conversant with our budget, analyzed our daily routines, and made significant operational changes, saving us thousands of dollars each year with improved efficiency. In the short time she has been here, she has come to understand our temple, our needs, know our congregants, and together we are putting our house in order. She has done this with thoughtful consideration and kavod, and has become an invaluable member of our family. Thank you, Ruth. It is difficult to come up with expressions of gratitude for our clergy. Year after year, so many kind and insightful words have been spoken that I don't think I can add anything meaningful. However, I will offer this. I come to services every week because of you. The environment you create, where I feel comfortable to pray, spend time with others, learn new things, and be myself is the highest compliment I can give. The only asset we cannot replace is time. It is finite, and I choose to spend it here. Thank you, Rabbi Cohen and Cantor Reinwald, for being you and allowing me to be me. Thank you to my wife, Angela. Not only has she freely given her own time and resources to support the temple, but she has done so while having to put up with me. What an amazing woman. Thank you for supporting me while I served TBS. There were many things we could have done with our time, but nothing could be more meaningful than service to our fellow brothers and sisters here at TBS. I love you and thank you. And finally, I want to thank our congregation. Your kindness, generosity, and support make this temple what it is. We have definitely advanced the Jewish concept of community of giving. Because of your generosity and our focus on finances, we were able to absorb the need to replace 5 furnaces in the school, as well as make roof and wall repairs in the school, not to mention some unexpected repairs here in our main building. This is why I told you last year we need to start, in earnest, the Do School project, and we plan to do that with the start of this new year. I want to assure you we continue to raise funds because of need. The modest amount we were able to place into our reserve account would not last very long in an emergency. But the fact that we are now able to save for a rainy day is a testament to our commitment and actions to spend your funds wisely. We look forward to your continued support, generosity, and the growth of our community of giving. In closing, I give this to you. You are free to accept or reject the love I offer you. It is offered without obligation, condition, or reservation. It is yours. Shana Tova.
I'd like to invite forward now our Executive Vice President, Mitch Cohen, to come forward and to share with us some hodaot, some things that are going on. And as he's coming up, come on, no, it's okay, you can come up. Also, as you noticed earlier, when we opened the Ark doors, there's a Torah missing. That is our Czech Torah scroll that is back in Florida at the scribe's place at Sofer on site. They are finishing up its repairs. The 3 pieces of parchment that we worked on together here as a congregation over the many months are being sewn back into the Torah. It is being made whole once again. I think you might talk about November. I don't know. Yes, cool. I'll let him talk a little bit about November. But I want to share with you also in May 20th through 29th, I want to invite you to come walk in the footsteps of our Czech Torah scroll with our congregational tour to the Czech Republic and Poland. This trip is 10 days in which we're going to experience first life as it was in Eastern Europe, where really that was the hub of Jewish life and Jewish living, and experience what that was and learn the history and the stories of it. Yes, we will be learning about and experiencing and remembering the Shoah, the Holocaust, with our visits to Auschwitz and to Theresienstadt. We will then, though, not just end on that note, we will end on a positive note of the rebuilding of Eastern European Jewry. There is so much that is happening there. So much happening within the Jewish communities as they rebuild themselves. So I hope that you will join me May 20th through 29th Information is on the TBS website. There's a big link. You can't miss it. Click on it and get more information, and come and join me for a truly amazing experience as we walk in the footsteps of where our Torah scroll originally came from over 300 years ago from the Czech Republic. With that, Mitch, all yours.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. So I want to thank Rabbi and Cantor and the choir and Paul, Matthew, Daniel, and Samantha, who also has a beautiful voice, by the way, too. I'm lucky enough to sit next to her, along with my wife. So anyway, Shana Tova, and welcome to your community. Tomorrow's service starts at 10:30 a.m. And as we've said before, Dr. Alyssa Ackerman is going to be speaking. By the way, she also has a TED Talk. It's coming up. Or is it you've already? Okay, it's coming up. And September 1st, she also released a book, which is now available on Amazon.com, Sex and Gender in the 2016 Presidential Election. I'm trying to embarrass her, as I am embarrassed. Anyway, so Friday, this is probably the only Friday of the year that we are, quote unquote, not going to be having services here. We're going to be having them at 5 p.m. at Corona Del Mar State Beach. Erev Yom Kippur, the Kol Nidre service, is next Tuesday at 7 p.m. And I remind you, mainly myself, to get here early because I'm sure it's going to be a packed house. Yom Kippur services the following day on Wednesday start at 10 a.m. Same reminder, breakout sessions and children's services start at 1:30. Oh, and this is a big deal. Oh, and I just wanted to mention, I'm using Jack's notes from yesterday, and I'm hoping that he'll be kind enough to loan me his speech from this year so I can use it next year. So anyway, so this is a big deal, and I know I can't speak for all of you, but every time during Rosh Hashanah Yom Kippur, I always tell myself, I'm not going to be one of those 1 to 5ers or 6 to 10 people. I'm going to be here as often as I possibly can. So if you're looking for an excuse, when can I come back? What's going to be going on here that's going to draw me to TBS? On October 5th, this is a big, big deal. Anat Hoffman is going to be here. She's the executive director of the Israel Religious Action Center. Why is this important? She is going to be presenting us with a speech titled, If It Ain't Broke, Break It. And I'm taking out my cell phone because I just wanted to grab for you the title of what she's going to be talking about, which is basically a chronology of Jewish social activism. This presentation will follow the great Jewish tradition of breaking the tablets, Jew by birth, rebel by choice. So Kathy and I were in Israel in 2010. Big commotion while our son and our son's cousin was reading from Torah along with us at the Robinson's Arch. And Anat Hoffman, along with a lot of her colleagues, were being arrested right near us in 2010. So it's a big deal. I mean, this is 8 years later, but she is still actively fighting for equality in Israel. As Rabbi mentioned, Czech Torah returns. We have activities November 2nd, November 3rd, November 4th is the big gala. So all of us are welcome to be here. And finally, everyone should have a bag, or just bring a bag from home. But all the items that you can possibly stuff in this bag are all listed here, so I encourage you to either do it today or tomorrow, or wait for Yom Kippur when you're woozy and hungry. Bring a bag, please. We're trying to do 600 bags. I'm sure we can do more than that, but please bring. And welcome and thank you.
We invite back our youth. Come on in, guys, and you guys can come have a seat right down here in the aisle, all the way down. Come on up. Come on, Asher. You guys lead right the way. Here you go. You can come join us down here if you like. All right. So you can be present for our shofar service. There you are. Excellent. Welcome, guys. There you go. Have a seat on the floor. Get comfortable. Any adults want to sit on the floor? Get comfortable. It's all good. Hi. How's your Rosh Hashanah? Yeah? I'm glad. Excellent. Jack's even got his shofar too. Very cool. Thank you guys so much for being here. I really appreciate it. I'm going to need some help, though, in just a second. Hi, Izzy. Well, what your help is going to be, you're going to have to scooch in a little bit, not yet, to let Yoni through, because look right behind you. He's right there. He's got the Torah. We're going to put it back in a little while. Okay? So you're going to help with that in a little bit, okay? So you got a job. I'll let you know when. Awesome. We turn to page 262 for the continuation of our our shofarot service. I invite to have Matthew Griffin, our Baal Tekiah, and Daniel Bachman and Samantha Dressel to go ahead and to take their positions once again. For according to Rabbah, the Holy One said, on Rosh Hashanah, recite before me words of Malchuyot, sovereignty, Zichronot, remembrance, and Shofarot, sovereignty, so that you may acknowledge me as ruler over you. Remembrance, so that remembrances of you may rise up favorably before me. And how shall all of this be accomplished? Through the sounds of the shofar. Page 267. God of remembrance, remember the covenant of our ancestors. We reaffirm it today. Remember, we are a people of noble ideals. Help us attain them. Remember all your people, all the nations on the road to peace. Bless their efforts. Remember with mercy the binding of Isaac, the sorrow of Sarah, Abraham's words, here I am. Our memory fades, but you remember all that we have forgotten. Your presence is a throne where all things matter and nothing is lost. Baruch atah Adonai, Zocher Habrit. Please rise as we turn to page 268 and we hear the calls of the shofar. Tekiah. Shivarim Teruah. Tekiah. Shivarim. Tekiah. Tekiah. Teruah. Tekiah. Please be seated. Please have a seat right there.
הרשת שפתנו ירם לפניך, אל רם רם ונישא. הרשת שפתנו ירם לפניך, אל רם רם ונישא. מבין ומאזין, מביט ומקשיב לכל תקיעתנו, ותקבל ברחמים, ברחמים וברצון. Seder zivronotenu.
Page 270, a prayer for our congregation. Eternal Presence, who blessed our mothers and fathers, bless this holy congregation, a house of study, prayer, and righteous deeds. Together we give thanks for our leaders, those who learn, teach, and uphold the Torah, inspiring others to learn, teach, and uphold the Torah. Those who do the sacred work of building our community, may their service bring them joy, fulfillment, and purpose, and may they go from strength to strength. For our members, diverse in age, interest, and background, Jews by birth, Jews by choice, and those of other faiths who join with us, all who offer their time and talent, their love and commitment. For all who come here on this holy day of Rosh Hashanah to share the search for meaning and renewal, your presence is a blessing, your friendship a gift. May the spirit of peace, dignity, and respect live within these walls, inspiring us to care for one another with compassion. May we be a source of goodness, light, and healing for the world. May the one who blessed the generations before us bless as we stand together this day. Our congregation joined with all Jewish communities of the world through our prayers on this festival of the new year. Let us renew ourselves for the year ahead. Let us honor the precious legacy that is ours. As we turn to page 272, a prayer for our country. God of holiness, we hear your message. Justice, justice you pursue. God of freedom, we hear your charge. Proclaim liberty throughout the land. Inspire us through your teachings and commandments to love and uphold our precious democracy. Let every citizen take responsibility for the rights and freedoms we cherish. Let each of us be an advocate for justice, an activist for liberty, a defender of dignity, and let us champion the values that make our nation a haven for the persecuted, a beacon of hope among the nations. May our actions reflect compassion for all people within our borders and abroad. May our leaders and officials embody the vision of our founders to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our prosperity. We pray for courage and conscience as we aim to support our country's highest values and aspirations, the hard-won rights that define us as a people, the responsibilities that they entail. We pray for all who serve our country with selfless devotion, in peace and in war, from fields of battle to clinics and classrooms, from government to the grassroots, all those whose noble deeds and sacrifice benefit our nation and our world. We are grateful for the rights of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness that our founders ascribed to you, our Creator. We pray for their wisdom and moral strength, that we may be guardians of these rights for ourselves and for the sake of all people, now and forever. As we continue, page 274, a prayer for the state of Israel. Avinu Shebashamayim, Avinu, you who are high above all nation states and peoples, Rock of Israel, the one who has saved us and preserved us in life, bless the state of Israel, first flowering of our redemption. Be her loving shield, a shelter of lasting peace. Guide her leaders and advisors by your light of truth. Instruct them with your good counsel. Strengthen the hands of those who build and protect our holy land. Deliver them from danger. Crown their efforts with success. Grant peace to the land, lasting joy to all of her people. And together we say, Amen. Page 276. As we return the Torah to the Ark, I invite you to please rise. Guys, you move over just a little bit. Yoni, come on through.
Yehallelu et Shem Adonai, ki nisgav shemo levado. Hodo al eretz v'shamayim vayarem keret le'amo. Tehila lekol chasidav, liv
remain standing as we turn in our prayer books to page 282. For our final call, you revealed your glory, a presence in a cloud, and a people became holy when you spoke with them. Amid thunder and lightning, you made yourself known. With blasting shofar, you appeared. God revealed to us and to our fathers and mothers before us, God of revelation, play the song of our freedom on the great shofar. Let your banner fly over the gathering of our exiles. Bring back the dispersed. Let those who are scattered find their way home. Let joyful songs of Zion greet us in Jerusalem, your holy city, the place of our people's eternal happiness. Page 284, Baruch Atah Adonai, Shomea Kol Teruat Amo Yisrael Barachamim. Blessed are you in our lives, Adonai. You hear with love the shofar, true voice of your people, Israel. Tekiah. Shavarim Teruah. Tekiah. Tekiah. Shivarim. Tekiah. Tekiah. Teruah. Tekiah Gedolah.
Sifatenu, Horeshet Sifatenu, Yemrav Lefanecha Era Venisa, Mevinu Mazin, Mevinu Mazin, Mabitu Makshiv, Mabitu Makshiv, Mevinu Mazin, Mabitu Makshiv, Leko, 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 Tekiyateinu, Utekaber berachamim, berachamim uveratzon, Utekaber berachamim, berachamim uveratzon, Seder, 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 Shofroteinu.
We turn to page 286. I need your help, guys. This is your time. Will you please come open the ark doors for me? Come on up. But hang on, you gotta help. You gotta come up here. Come here. Come up here. Yes, come up here first, because we have to get everybody to stand up. Do you remember how this works? Yes. Yeah. Turn around, face everybody. Turn around, face everybody. Ready? Put your hands out like this. You're gonna make it happen. Here we go. We're gonna get the congregation to stand. 1, 2, 3. Yes. Happens all the time. Awesome. Open the ark doors, guys. Aleinu shh. Nicely. Thank you. I appreciate it. Aleinu leshabeach, page 286.
Aleinu leshabeach l'Adon hakol latet gidula liyotzeh bereshit shelo asanu ki goyei ha'aratzot v'lo samanu ki mishpechot ha'adamam shelo sam chelkeinu v'gor aleinu kechol hamonam. Va'anachnu koreim umishtachavim umodim.
Moms and dads, raise your hand. Hey, go find moms and dads. There you go. The right moms and dads. There you go. Go find moms and dads and grandparents and loved ones. Thank you. What I love about having our kids up here, it's a reminder. They are our future. They are the next generation, especially at this time that we enter into Kaddish Yatom, into our mourner's Kaddish. When we think about those who are no longer with us, yes, we are saddened by their loss, but we are reminded of the future. We are reminded of sharing the stories of the past and giving them to these wonderful children and giving them to ourselves. So we take into our hearts all of those who are no longer with us. We hold on to each of them. We join together with these words of praise. Kaddish Yatom does not talk about death. It reminds us of holiness and sanctity and specialness of the world around us and of every person within it. Those who are here and those who are no longer a part of us physically, but are a part of our hearts and soul. We turn to page 292, Kaddish Yatom. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, be'alma divrach yirtei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon u'v'yomechon u'v'chayei d'chol Beit Yisrael, b'agalau v'zman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shemei Rabbah mevorach le'olam v'lomei omaya, Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yita'ar v'yitrama v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei kudesha b'reichu, le'elam min kol bechata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, da'amiram b'yalma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'yakol Yisrael, v'imru amen. Oseh shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom. Aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'al kol yoshvei tevel, v'imru amen. May the source of peace bestow peace on all who mourn, and may we be a source of comfort to all who are bereaved, and let us say, amen. So we turn to page 299. We're going to join together with our choir with Ein Keloheinu, and afterward we're going to join with our sisterhood who have ready for us apples and honey. That sweetness of a new year, we are thankful to them for providing us with apples and honey afterward. We'll join together with that. And then at 3:30 this afternoon will be our children's service for those, for children 6 and under. Parents can come with them. We encourage that. And let us join together Ein Keloheinu, page 299. Ein Keloheinu, Ein Kadoneinu,
Ein Kimalkeinu, Ein Kimoshienu, Mich Eloheinu, Mich Adoneinu, Mich Emalkeinu, Mich Moshienu, Nodel Eloheinu, Nodel Adoneinu, Nodel Emalkeinu, Nodel Moshienu, Baruch Eloheinu, Baruch Adoneinu, Baruch Malkeinu, Baruch Moshienu, Atahu Eloheinu, Atahu Adoneinu, Atahu Malkeinu, Atahu Moshienu.
Adonai, strengthen us on this day and let us say, amen. God bless us today. Amen. God lift up our lives on this day. Amen. Grant us goodness today. Amen. Inscribe us for a good life on this day. Amen. Hear our heartfelt words today. Amen. On this day, receive our prayers with love. Amen. Fortify our best intentions. May we go forth today to do your righteous work, and let us say, amen. Shana tova u'metuka.